Sticky date.
Sticky date.
Sticky date. Tammy and Jacob are in love.
I found one for the first time I met her. Yeah?
Yeah. We actually met on Tinder.
Yep, good old Tinder.
The adorable couple have been incredibly happy ever since they first met.
It's definitely changed me a little. It's made me like a lot happier, and in this relationship compared to my previous one I feel more confident and like it's more mature.
And we trust each other as well.
But this happiness is under threat because of Australia's visa and immigration laws. A Welsh citizen, Jacob, met Australian Tammy while in the country on a work visa, one that was due to expire soon after they moved in together this year. He had originally planned to travel more of the globe before returning home, but when he met Tammy, he changed his mind. To stay in the same country, the lovebirds are applying for de facto status, changing Jacob's visa into a bridging one until he can be granted residency. It's been a stressful process for many reasons, including the high cost.
It's too expensive. They want the price to be $7,500. They should at least allow us to pay it off in instalments or at least a deposit.
Well, it's a good thing they found the funds in the end, as financial stress can cause problems in relationships, according to clinical psychologist Neil Buckley.
Then anything that is outside your control that can have a huge impact on your happiness can really affect you badly. And the legal process, I know, is particularly, arduous, especially, if you don't even know if you're going to be allowed to stay, say, in Australia. You're going to get deported or, that puts you in unbelievable pressure.
The struggles that international couples face in Australia today could be because many have tried to gain unlawful access to citizenship with fake relationships. Despite this abuse on the system, the Australian Bureau of Statistics shows that the number of Australians born overseas has hit its highest point in over 120 years. In 2015, 28% of the population was born overseas. The Department of Immigration's website shows a significant rise in the amount of temporary visas of couples, just like the one Jacob has. However, the process is still lengthy and difficult to ensure the abuse of it stops. Tammy walked me through their application.
So this is our de facto application folder. It's quite a long process, so we have to collect all our documents and get them certified from Justice of Peace, and just things like getting passport photos and collecting photos of us together for evidence, any travel we've done, filling out a really large application.
It hasn't always been this hard. Canadian-born Ida went through the system decades ago when she met her Australian farmer husband, Jack. They have just celebrated their 28th wedding anniversary.
We met here in Australia, and so after university I went backpacking with a really good friend, Steph. So we were going back to Canada to meet my parents and to plan a wedding later in the year. So we decided to get married then while we were over there. And when we went back into Australia, we went back into Australia married. So we got married in Canada and back into Australia married.
Ida sat down with me to reflect on her application from years ago.
She started by saying, "You got married to come and live in Australia permanently." I said to her, "Have you ever been to Walgett in New South Wales?" And she said, "No." And I said, "Well, it's actually past Lithgow, long way, and it is the armpit of the world." I didn't get married to go live there, and that's where we're living. And I got up and left. Oh. Jack stayed. Don't know what he said afterwards, but it came in the mail. The permanent resident sticker came in the mail.
Tammy and Jacob's case is now in the hands of the Immigration Board, as they decide whether or not the Welshie can stay down under with his love.
It's quite a long time. It takes 14 months for them to officially approve it all. Yeah.
And go through it.
Yeah, to give us a final answer.
So we got more time to spend with each other now and see where life takes us. But it's all good.
Sticky date.